Alright, so I'm going to show you how to make a bow using the Easy Bow Stow and Go. The Easy Bow Stow and Go, it's really nice. You can actually take it apart, so it makes it easy to travel with. And it also comes with this handy ribbon holder, which we're going to use to make it easier to roll our ribbon off the roll. So what we're going to do first, we're going to grab a couple pipe cleaners. And we're going to take two of them and twist them together. And then we're going to lay them into our Easy Bow Maker. And I tuck the ends under my bow maker to get them out of the way. Now we're going to start out with the bottom ribbon, which is going to be a 2.5-inch ribbon. I start off my bows and I like to dovetail my tails first. And what we're making now, right now, is just pretty much so a common wreath bow size, which is going to be 7-inch loops to start, and tails are going to be 7 inches. What I do is I measure my tail first, and then what you want to do is pinch up your ribbon, kind of like ruffling. This side was still going to stay face up. This side you want upside down, so that's where the twist comes in. So this side is upside down, this side is right side up, and then we're going to put that in between our two pegs, like so. So you have your tail facing up, and this side is upside down. All right, so now we're going to make our first loop. So what you want to do is you want it 7 inches. So I take my hand into my loop like this to make my loop. That way I'm not pulling my ribbon. And center. And then we're going to pinch again. This side we want upside down. So we're going to make that 180 twist with our ribbon. And then place that into our bow maker. Okay. Upside down, right side up. Because this is going to come over to form our loop. And once again, I'm going to hold my hand there so I don't pull my ribbon out. Pinch. And I'm going to set that down into my bow maker. And then we're going to cut our tail. Like so. Next up, I'm going to use a red and white stripe ribbon. And it's going to be a 1.5 ribbon. And we're going to do 2 loops on each side with this one doing the same method. But we're going to shorten our loops down by about a 1/2 inch. So these loops will be about 6.5 inches. So you want to do your pinch. Then twist, set that in there. Your tail is going to be right side up. This side is upside down. And then we want this just a little bit shorter each time. Like I said, about 6.5 inches on this loop. Pinch. Twist. Pinch. Twist. Set it into your bow maker. Last loop. And then we're going to cut our tail. So now I'm going to come in with a green polka dotted ribbon. And I was spinning that off there real quick to make sure that I had enough ribbon to do 4 loops of this color as well. Now, if I was using a 2.5 here, I would have just done 1 loop. But since I'm using a 1.5 ribbon and I want a large bow, that's why I'm doing a total of 2 loops or 4 loops. 2 loops on each side. And we're going to go about 6 inches on these loops. Like I said, we're going to go down a little bit in size each time as we build our bow up. I'm going to use this. I'm not. Alright, so now to finish the bow, I kind of like to put what's called a button on it. So we're just going to make 3 loops. And these loops are going to be about 5 inches. So we're going to do 1 loop on this side and then 2 on this side. So you'll end up with 2 tails over here. Alright, so what we're going to do to get our bow off our bow maker is you take your pipe cleaner and you're going to crisscross it through your pegs like so, and that's going to help secure your ribbon down and keep your stack of ribbon from falling apart as you take it out of your bow maker. Now what I do is I'll tighten that down, and then I'm going to put my fingers underneath my bow while holding onto my pipe cleaners, and that's going to help me get my stack out of the bow maker. All right. So my stack didn't fall apart. Some people have a little bit of difficulty with that. And then what we're going to do is you're going to just squeeze that down because you want to tighten this up so that your stack is as tight as possible. Now, if you're not able to do this, just add a zip tie in and tighten that down. And then we're going to twist this a few times to secure our bow. And then we're just going to fluff our ribbon out. I like to pull all my tails down first to get them out of the way. Now this tail I typically put up. It's just a preference for me. To me, it makes the bow look better. But then I'm just going to continue to separate my loops, making sure that they alternate between colors and pattern. And that is how you make a basic wreath bow. Now once you get a bow on your wreath, you'll continue to fluff it up a little bit more till you get it exactly the way that you want it. All right,